Alrighty, welcome back to Well That Sucks. Starting off with number 20, which is that I'm sick. And it sucks. All right, moving along to number 19. Been drinking water from my Ikea water dispenser only to see this when I took the wooden lid off. Well, that sucks is turning into, well, that's mold over the past couple of months. Dude, this is gonna ruin me. Okay, now anytime that I see a water dispenser with an opaque lid or one of those like completely opaque Gatorade ones, I'm gonna be like, what's the inside of this look like? What if they've not been taking care of this? How often do they clean this thing? Is it full of mold? You know what, on second thought, I'll just dehydrate. You know what, it'll be better than drinking whatever the frick is on the inside of this thing. Oh God, why have you done this to me? No, I'm ruined. I'm ruined. I'm never gonna be able to drink water again from a dispenser. Daughter got her second permit, or her permit, second time driving. She's probably gonna need a second permit after whatever has happened here. Oh yeah, that's facing the wrong way. Or, you know what, maybe this is the crab feature to allow for new drivers to be able to parallel park easier, or old drivers, however long you've been driving. If your car can just sideways go into a space, that's pretty convenient. Unfortunately, I don't think that's what this is, but it would be pretty cool. How do you just like isolate the hit that well on the wheel? Like the rest of the car seems to be totally fine, but just fork that wheel in particular, it's sideways now. I don't even know, like how do you had it had to be like the wheel was turned sideways and then something came along and just whacked it. But like, how do you do that without, you know, if it was the car move, I don't know how you hit it like that. It's like impressive work, actually. Gives the mechanic real easy access to see what they need to be doing back there. Ruined Disney princess moment. Oh, that's pretty cool. Please tell me something's not gonna come kill the bird. It's not what we're about to see, right? Please. It's, oh, she's gonna grab the, that's kind of funny, actually. God, I was really worried, like, I don't know, a hawk was gonna come down and just obliterate the thing, or I don't know, worse, something man-made just obliterates it on top of the dude's shoulder somehow. But that was a much happier ending to our story. That's pretty cool. When do birds just, like a wild bird randomly landing on you? How do you make that happen? Earlier today, Kara held a bird, and the only reason that happened is because the bird, as I was approaching the door, the front door, it was near the front door, tried to fly away, flew into the window, conked itself out. That's the only reason the bird got held. It made it out alive. It was okay. It was okay, I think. It was just dazed and confused. I thought it died, but it wasn't. It was just a little bit dazed. But that's the only reason the bird allowed itself to be held. But otherwise, how does that happen? Boyfriend put water bottle into the dishwasher and it shrunk. This is almost more of a mildly interesting post than the Well That Sucks post. Hey, you have a spare, I guess, or did that happen and you bought the new one and then you're like, here's the side-by-side for comparison. I don't think the ounce measurements are very accurate any longer at this point. Also, it's like all bubbly stuff. Did they not make note that this is not dishwasher safe? Because I would usually expect anything I buy to, for the most part, be dishwasher safe. So, yeah, it's kind of lame if they didn't, make note of that somewhere on the packaging, and they're just like, this will be the way that we get people to buy more. Surely they'll buy another after their first one shrinks and melts in the dishwasher. And either that actually worked and these people did, or they had two of them. But now you know not to. Went to the podiatrist yesterday to find out how bad my feet actually are. It's a harrowing thumbnail. I'm sorry, but when you say you went to the podiatrist to find out how bad your feet actually are, is it to find out how bad your feet actually are after they were run over by a truck? Or, like what? Is this just how they, because it really looks like they got run over by a truck in this first image or something like that, in which case, yeah, that's bad. That does suck. But if it's just how they are, I want to see what your feet look like not in x-rays. Do they look like normal feet, but just under the surface they're doing what they're doing? That's crazy. Could my feet be doing what they're... No, because that's probably painful and uncomfortable to walk like this. I hope they're able to help you with that, because that does look very unpleasant. He's getting fired. Security guard realizes he's protecting the wrong person. Okay. I'm not Lady Gaga. Wait, what? Is this really a thing? Like, was this a Lady Gaga concert or something like that? There's no way. This must be just completely out of context. There's no way this guy was actually assigned on a Lady Gaga security detail and then ended up following the wrong person who admittedly from like a particular angle, like that angle, I'd be like, oh, that's Lady Gaga. Less so from this angle. I want to believe this is a real thing, but I also don't. My wife wanted her grays covered in subtle highlights for a wedding. Her hair colorist had a medical emergency during their session. What I'm just envisioning right now is like the hairstylist having a heart attack and getting carted off on a stretcher. And we're like not sure how they're doing. And meanwhile, we're posting a photo like, wow, can you believe that my hair wasn't finished? It's like when there's a terrible, terrible car crash or something. You're like, can you believe I was 10 minutes late? And meanwhile, there's like this mangled car wreck. And you're like, you know what, on second thought, maybe my slight delay is the lesser of the two issues here. But anyway, I don't know the full story. It's just kind of what I'm thinking. I couldn't figure out where the sudden smell of burning plastic was coming from in my room until I looked up. This seems like it shouldn't be allowed to happen. What happens when the smoke detector is the cause of the fire? Does the smoke detector say, I can't self-report, I'm just gonna keep it cool, no one will notice, this is gonna fix itself, right? Or will it start beeping? You know, can it differentiate between smoke that it gives off itself or smoke that's being given off by something else? A third party, and in which case it's like, all right, now's my time to act. Oh God, this is not my time to, please keep it cool. Don't do this, it's gonna be really embarrassing. If I'm the source of the problem, I'm supposed to be the alert for the problem, not the thing causing it. Oh God. Also, I had some really obnoxious smoke detectors, man, that just like, they go out every few years. I'm like, why you, and then I buy the same one because already it's like pre-wired into the ceiling and it would be such a pain to switch to another one. So they've got me hooked. Well, that was at the old house, so hopefully not anymore. The landlord refloored the lobby in front of my wife's restaurant, and now she can't open the front door. Wait, like, oh, is it kind of opens like that far, and then it catches or something like that? Because it's like starting to open, and it looks like it's enough that you can kind of squeeze through, but also if it's a restaurant, it's not super duper great. But what's going on over here? Are they gonna add a trim piece over there? Or is this just the way that it's gonna look? Because it looks like there's a little bit of unfinished stuff going on over there. Like you need a step or something like that. Honestly though, if it's like able to open a little bit, you can probably adjust a bit here. I don't know, like raise the hinge or something. There's probably something that you could do, sand down the floor a bit more to make it work, unless I'm misinterpreting what's going on here. My coworker locked me in the porta potty and then went to lunch. Now, why would the latch be on the outside? Or is this something like adjacent to the porta potty that got flipped and just so happened to like get stuck on the door, which would be a horribly funny and not funny at the same time coincidence. Just gotta hope that they got some nice air freshener, urinal cakes sitting inside that porta potty or whatever the blue bleach stuff is in the poo trough. I'm sure if you bashed hard enough, you could probably get through. But then they're gonna be like, okay, you're on the hook for whatever repairs have to go into the porta potty, or worst case scenario, you tip maybe you don't want to. On second thought, maybe you tip the thing over before it actually busts the door open. That would be a concern. Well, you'll be able to get every last drop out. Closed some papers in my laptop and didn't realize there was a staple in the corner. Repair center said it would cost around $850. Oops. That's not so good. Dang, it just like fricked the entirety of the display. That's crazy, man. It's not just one little area, but at the same time, why did you close papers inside your laptop? Like back when I had, this is this an Apple? Yeah, it is. Clearly has, Mac OS. Back when I had one of these in high school, there were actually like imprints of the just faint imprint outlines of the keys. It was probably just dust outlines, but on the monitor, like they have barely any tolerance between keys and screen. I don't know why you would want to stick additional things in between there. It seems like you're running a little bit of an unnecessary risk, but even if there's like any imperfection on the paper, forget staple, but just any little thing, like some sand or something like that, it just be putting it right into the monitor. So yeah, I don't know. Ill-advised in general. Ground vehicle collides with Ryanair flight at London Stansted Airport. That doesn't seem like a good thing. They probably do a lot of training to ensure that this doesn't. It's oh god! It's like oh god! Oh jeez! Oh frick! The pilot's like, what the heck just happened? I thought we were clear. He just keeps going. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Nobody saw anything. Surely the wing and the airplane is totally fine. I took most of the damage. That's not gonna impact the way the plane flies, or make it unsafe or anything like that to ground the aircraft. No, it's it's not a problem. Definitely not a problem right there. Just they'll never even notice. Oops. I'm allergic to sesame and vomited while eating a hot dog today. Turns out it's because of a new law. New federal law requiring that sesame be listed as an allergen on food labels having unintended consequences, increasing the number of products with the ingredient. Increasing the number of products. Huh? Food industry experts said the requirements are so stringent that many manufacturers, especially bakers, find it simpler and less expensive to add sesame to a product and label it than to try to keep it away from other foods with sesame. As a result, several companies, including national restaurant chains like Olive Garden, Wendy's, and Chick-fil-A, and bread makers that stock grocery shelves and serve schools, are adding sesame to products that didn't have it before. While the practice is legal, consumers and advocates say it violates the spirit of the law aimed at making food safer for people with allergies. Wait, so like it's harder to keep track of the potential for cross-contamination, but they don't want to just put the cross-contamination warning on everything, so they're just instead actually targeting things that might have cross-contamination, actually adding sesame to those things, and then labeling it as this product has sesame, or it's just listed in the ingredient list? Huh? This seems very backwards, and I feel like I need a little bit more information. But things that don't need sesame are having sesame added to it because of a protocol that requires it being labeled as an allergen. But it seems like, can't you just say this might have cross-contamination? Because that might alienate people, but it's also going to alienate people to put it in as an ingredient if they're allergic to it when they didn't have it before, because presumably people who already ingested a thing and knew it was fine, if they then saw a warning that said it might be manufactured near sesame or something like that, then they would just be like, well, it was probably fine before, unless they just changed where it was made. But you wouldn't expect they would completely change the recipe, so you'd still buy it, and then you throw up. That's kind of fricked up. That's pretty fricked up, I'm gonna be honest there. What the heck? Was almost finished with my salad when I realized there was a dead forking bug in it. I actually just needed to cough. But also, oh my god, oh god, that's so bad, dude. Under normal circumstance, if it was just like a little gnat or something, I'd be like, we eat so many ground up, crushed up bugs that walk into manufacturing of food supply machines and stuff like that we don't even realize, but this is just a big boy, just right there, right smack in the middle. I hope you ate it for the extra protein. Yummy, yummy. The insects actually would be a great source of protein for us humans if we get over the grossness factor. What? Huh? How did it all just get in there? Like, so intact. Why does it look like he bit off part of a tape measure? Is this just a reference thing? Like, are we thoroughly, entirely focused on the scissors? Or, like, is this just a long piece of wire and this is just something else that doesn't show up on the other one? Why does it just looks like there's a marking for, like, cut along the dotted line to retrieve the thing that would normally be cutting along the dotted line. How do you do this without excruciating pain? Why do you decide to munch on the metal sharp thing? It can't taste good. There can be nothing about this that maybe it got like contaminated with food smell. And the dog was like, yep, this looks good. Not really chewing. Kind of hurts. Teeth are breaking off. Still smells good though. Gotta commit. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. As soon as it goes down, I'm gonna be really happy. No, none of that worked, but I ate it and I'm proud. My friend stood on my bag today really harsh as a joke and said everything will be fine. Now my headphones are broken and my laptop has a permanent bend in the screen. That's a really funny joke. Man, isn't it funny how I'm standing on your backpack? It's hilarious. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm doing this because it's funny. I hate to tell you, if it's genuinely a friend, you may need to get different ones because it sounds more like a bully. If you do need a new headset though, you can use code Captain Sparkles and get 10% off any Astro products, and they're pretty good. And then I just recommend keeping them away from this so-called friend of yours. Like you're telling him, there's actually, I've electronics in there that are pretty sensitive. No, it's funny and everything will be fine while I'm standing on your bag. It's funny. Aren't you laughing? I'm laughing. Why aren't you laughing? This is funny. Parentheses, idiot. Uber passenger opens door without looking. I appreciate the clarification of the idiot part. Otherwise, I don't think I would know what was about to happen. Oh, I got taken off by another car. I like the just... The guy in the back is like, oh, that was not great. Oh, whoops. Let me dive back in there. You not get hit by the truck too, or whatever. This is just such a cool guys don't look at explosions kind of reaction there. Just like the... My life, my rules, my style, my attitude. Not even like looking over, trying to see the damages. Holy frick, what just happened? Just like... Not again. These people. I deal with the vomit, the throw up, the argumentation, the lateness. Now the personal property destruction as it rips off one of the body panels of my vehicle. Can't believe this. Oh man. Does the Uber passenger, they just go like, oh, sorry about that, and then just walk away? Like, what happens there? 1-star rating, probably. But do you have to stick around? Are you part of the incident? Or are you just like, all right, see you guys later, work it out amongst yourselves? I hope you stuck around. See something, say something. Craziest thing just happened.
Fire in a building and called 911.
Okay. Cool. I mean, that's a good thing to do.
But it turns out it was just a 8-foot TV with a Yule log on it. So I ran down. I was like, "This is what I saw." And they're like, "Yeah, bro, it was a Yule log. What are you doing?"
I do not tell the difference between a TV and a real fire. Did you see smoke? If there's no smoke, it's not a real fire. You fool! Why did you try to be helpful? Stop trying to be helpful. You've wasted resources. Now the fire over there has grown 50 million times as big because the other two trucks were occupied over here. You fool. It does actually look really convincing from that angle. I hope you showed that to the fire people so that they could at least see, oh, you know what? In fairness, that really does look like a fire. Although at the same time, it could also like fireplaces are a thing. It does look like a pretty big version of a fireplace, and also like where would the ventilation go? But maybe the building has, nice fireplaces and a nice ducting chimney system, and even though it's, a multi-story, multi-unit building, I don't know how fire stuff works, but you tried to be good, and oopsie doopsie. Thanks for watching last month of Well That Sucks. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.